What's going on, guys? It is your boy Austin Shope here, back with another video. Today we're going to be talking about matchups that need to be booked after UFC 315. Now, for the ones who didn't watch or who are just now starting to watch UFC, Belal Muhammad is no longer the champion. He lost to Jack Della Maddalena by decision, and you know, I kind of saw it coming, but at the same time I also could have saw Belal winning that fight. But that opens up the door for, like, so many matchups that can be made, you know? Like, shoot, you can do the Belal versus Shavkat, you know, rebook that fight. Or just do Shavkat versus JDM, whatever. So I believe that some of these matchups that I got on that list could be happening in the near future. So we're going to get right into this. Let me know if you guys like these matchups at the end of the video. Comment which one is your favorite. Or if you completely disagree, you can just comment stupid or whatever. I don't even know. But I believe some of you guys would like these matchups. For the first matchup, I got Mike Malott versus Oban Elliott. Winner gets a ranked fight. So, if you guys didn't see Mike Malott's performance, he TKO'd Charles Raddick at 315. It was a really good performance. And I just felt like a lot of people, after the Neil Magny loss, people were shitting on Malott. I'm not saying Malott's a bad fighter. He could be ranked. You know, he has potential. I just think he had a bad performance that night. But yeah, no, I think him versus Oban would be a really entertaining fight. You know, maybe put it on like a prelim card for like a stacked pay-per-view or something. Maybe do it on International Fight Week. But yeah, no, I feel like that fight alone would just be really entertaining, and it could be a fight of the night. So I think that could be a potential fight that they could book next for either one of the fighters. So, all right, now this one's a little iffy, but I came up with BSD, Benoit Saint Denis, versus Chase Hooper. Now, BSD, he's a really good fighter. You know, he had I wouldn't say it was a good fight against Dustin Poirier, but he was fighting good the first, like, round or two. But yeah, no, I believe, man, I don't know. Chase Hooper's not that good at striking, but he's a really good jiu-jitsu artist. So is BSD. But let me know how you guys feel about this matchup. You know, it's kind of like a weird matchup, and I highly doubt it will happen soon. But just think about it. How do you think this matchup would pan out? You know what I'm saying? But let me know. All right, for this next matchup, it's pretty self-explanatory, and I would be really shocked if it doesn't get announced anytime soon. It just makes perfect sense. I got Valentina Shevchenko versus Natalia Silva. Now, if you didn't see Natalia Silva's performance against Alexa Grasso, she did really good, and I think she's the next in line for the championship. You know what I'm saying? So, with this matchup, I could see Natalia Silva winning. You know, she's a really good fighter, and I really think a lot of people overlook her. So, I would be really surprised if this matchup doesn't get made. Now, this fight was probably my favorite fight on the card so far. Amin Sahabi versus Jose Aldo. If you guys didn't see, Jose Aldo retired after this fight. It was kind of sad, but, you know, the man, he's not that old. He's like 37, 38, but that's considered old for, like, bantamweight. Amin Sahabi, dude, Jose Aldo almost got him out of there. But I guess technically Zahabi came back and won the fight. I just hate to see Aldo lose. But I was thinking, why not do Zahabi versus Rob Font? That'd be a decent fight, in my opinion. I think that's a winnable fight for Zahabi. You know, he didn't do bad against Jose Aldo. He just, I don't even have to explain what happened in that fight. I'm pretty sure you guys saw that soccer kick. But not a lot of people could come back from that. But, I don't know. I just feel like for Zahabi, if he's going to be winning against any fight above him, it's going to be Rob Font. So, why not book that next? Make it a fight night. Make it a main event for a fight night. Zahabi versus Font. Boom. I think that'd be entertaining. So, let me know what you guys think about that. It might be random, but who cares? I think it'd be interesting. Now, if he's not the next guy in line to get the title shot, I can see this fight 100% happening. Or I could see someone else getting it. But I believe this one would be more entertaining. I said, do Bilal Muhammad versus Ian Gary as a title eliminator. That would be a decent fight, you know. Ian Gary showed some really, really good, like, he's already shown he can be in the top of the division with his past 2 fights. I know he's 1-1 his past 2 fights, but his first fight that he had with Shavkat, dude, he made Shavkat look like he was, like, human. I mean, he is human, but, like, y'all know what I'm saying. And then he came back around on short notice and completely, like, dismantled Carlos Prates, someone who was looked at to be one of the most dangerous guys in the division. So it's just, like, put some respect on Ian Gary's name, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think him and Bilal Muhammad, I mean, dude, that's a winnable fight for Ian Gary. And I'm not saying Bilal Muhammad's a chum bucket or whatever. I just think he's, the welterweight division is stacked, okay? That's all I'm going to say. Anybody in that top 5 can be champion. So, why not do Ian Gary versus Bilal Muhammad for a title eliminator? And you guys are like, oh, well, why would it be a title eliminator? Why wouldn't he just get the title shot? And I'll tell you why here in a second, but that's the fight they need to make. Okay, for the last fight that needs to be booked after UFC 315, needs to be, or should be, JDM versus Islam Makhachev. You know what I'm saying? JDM already basically called him out after that fight. He was like, hey, why not? Number 1 pound for pound fighter in the world. I'll take that spot. You know what I'm saying? So, he also said he wants to avenge Volk. So, why not, dude? You know, I will say this, though. Islam did say he wasn't going to vacate his lightweight belt. So, yes, I would much rather see him versus Topuria over him versus JDM. But that doesn't mean if he fights JDM, he's not going to fight Topuria. You know what I'm saying? He's a businessman. He works for Dana White. I think Islam's the type of guy to fight anybody, especially if the fans want to see it. Or if Dana White wants to see it. You know what I'm saying? So, I still think there's potential to see the Islam versus Topuria fight. I just think Topuria might fight someone first, like a number 1 contender spot, or an interim belt if Islam bumps up and fights for the welterweight title. I can definitely see Topuria fighting like someone like Charles Oliveira for the interim title, and then the winner fights Islam. So, it's still possible, I believe, especially whenever Islam did say he wasn't going to vacate his lightweight belt. So, I do think that matchup is still possible. But if they're going to do the welterweight title first, just do him versus JDM. You know, get that out of the way. And like I said, JDM said he'd like to fight him in Perth, so why not? So, makes sense to me. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about these matchups that I came up with. Do they make sense in your guys' heads? Like this video and comment. Let me know which ones you like the most. But that's going to be it for this video, you guys. I hope y'all enjoyed. And if you're new and you come across this channel, please subscribe. I am trying to get better at making content. And I'm slowly building up my collection so I can start streaming soon. So, stay tuned for that. But yeah, this is going to be it. Hope y'all enjoyed. Peace.